welcome back to the showroom, and I hope you all had a really great holiday. And today I'm going to be showing you the new collection from Élitis. The new collection is called Asteré, and it was developed through Élitis' devotion to art. Their goal with this was to be part of one of the many branches of art, and their desire was to get closer to art, not in just like the outside area of looking at our homes from the exterior or going through museums, but they wanted to actually bring the warmth of art into our homes. And they wanted to do that through wallpaper, of course. And so what they decided to do was they had two specific artists, which I will show you today, Garance, Vallée, and François, Mascarello. They wanted to see what their interpretation of their forms of art, their aesthetic onto paper, and it's really beautiful. I'm going to begin by showing you the collection from Garance Vallée, which is in this book here, as you can see. As you know, you can get any memos you'd like anytime. We can shop for you anytime. And if you'd like to have a notebook, they have these really nice binders with their collections in them. I can get you those as well. These are wonderful. Garance Vallée graduated as an architect in 2017. She quickly became a very prominent figure in the art world. She's very uninhibited, and her designs are very uninhibited, and there's a broad range in her designs. They're very almost surrealist in a sense, and they're also primitive as well, in a really beautiful, sophisticated way. And so I'll start by showing you her work, and then I'll continue with François Marcello's work, which again is really beautiful. And I'm going to show you through the books, okay, because I don't have the road line pieces, I have the books as my road line. So here we go. You're going to see this really beautiful look, and hopefully you can see this well. I'm not going to focus it downward. I think this is okay for you to see it this way. Hopefully there's not too much of a reflection. There may be with the ring light, so I might end up having to kind of change the way I'm showing this, but this is really beautiful. You're going to see some really nice install shots on the website as well, which you can sort of see here, but probably not perfectly well. Actually, I think I will have to turn this down. I think this is going to be better for all of you so you can see it better. Forgive me. Okay, I think that's probably going to be a little bit better for everyone so you can see it better. Okay, so as we go along, I'm going to show you the beautiful pieces here, and I'll put it at an angle, okay? Now this is called Caravou de Terre, and as you're going to see these beautiful organic shapes, and she has this beautiful color palette, which is very neutral and organic in the sense of it being more earth tones. It's really quite beautiful. Let's see if I can put this under here so you can rest it. And then you're going to see different colorways in this one pattern, okay? So you have that deeper sort of terracotta cinnamon color, and then you have this gorgeous blue, and then the lighter blue. And as again, you can see here the scale, and I'm going to put this up close to you so you can see they actually put a human in front of the scale of the paper, which is really, really lovely for them to do that. It's very smart, and then we get a better idea of the scale of this amazing design. And then this great olive green. And then we transfer to what is more of a, it's more of a trompe-l'oeil, and it's really fabulous. As you can see here, it looks as if it is as if it's actually dimensional, and it's not. It's a flat paper, but you're getting the look of a dimension. It's wonderful. You can see it here as an install shot. And again, I hope that this isn't too reflective, but please, if you are interested, which I think a lot of you will be, you're going to see this really beautiful in memo samples, because they also will show you the repeat as well. And if you need more than one, as you can see, there's beautiful colors. So you saw the deeper cinnamon color here, and then we go on to sort of a little bit more of a rose color here, as you can see. And then this is has a little bit more orange, and this beautiful, more of a tan color here, more of a stone or bisque. And then this gorgeous blue, and hopefully you can see this wonderful dimension here. It's really wonderful. And then this more of a purpley blue, and then this gorgeous ochre, the olive green. And then you're going to see a little bit more here of design. It's a similar pattern in the sense that it has this multi-dimension look And then she also integrates more of the vases in there. So you have this beautiful primitive vase look in here, and then you have the 3-dimension. And I'll show you this wonderful install shot here. I know I have some reflection because of the lights in the showroom, but it's really quite lovely. And please reach out to me if you'd like any of these, because they are truly beautiful. And you certainly can use them as a feature wall, but you can certainly use them on all walls. Really, really interesting, really smart. Look how fabulous this is. So she really, she sort of fools the eye in a sense, but she gives us this sort of free line between almost a like modernistic look and also a primitive look, which is really very intelligent design. Look at the great colorway. So as you can see, she's continuing the same palette, but she's changing the pattern ever so slightly. And then here we have this wonderful pattern here with brush bold strokes of paint and great colors. Again, the color palette again is very, it's very neutral in a sense because they're more earth tones. And here again, you can see this wonderful install shot here, and then you can see more colors here. And she adds different patterns. It's a little bit difficult to see here, but she adds different patterns within the different vases. So for example, as you can see here up close, the different vase patterns have wonderful colors in that she's integrated from the other patterns. And then she has this beautiful blue. And the blue obviously has some other colors in it as well. And so does this more terracotta color and this great green. And then we have this wonderful sort of a stripe here. This is called Passage Inconnu. As you can see here, these wonderful brush strokes again here. Beautiful color palette. And then we have this great install shot here. And like I said, please, if you need to get any of these memos, just take some screenshots and send them to me. It's quite beautiful. It's very, very artistic, of course, and dramatic in a sense, but also because the palette is kind of mellow. It isn't. It's going to be kind of lovely. Very lovely, and will work into your schemes nicely. And here is a big piece here. You can see the scale. And next is the collection that's called Du Peinture, and this is wonderful. You can see all of her drawings or renderings that she's created. And then the color palette that goes along with this is also more of an organic color palette. Look at the scale. Isn't that just wonderful? And the install shot here. This is a little bit not easy to show through the book, but it's the best I can do. And I really want you to see it because it's important. And it's really, really lovely. And this is not going to be in everybody's neighbor's home. And it's very artful and very beautiful. And even if, like I said, even if you just wanted to do one wall, you certainly should, because it's wonderful. And here you see here, and this is more in a dining area. And again, the color palette is magnificent. Very, very, you can see the painterly lines in here. You can actually see up close some pencil lines behind the wonderful paint strokes. And again, almost has sort of a Picasso-esque look here. And I just love that. Okay, so that is the artist Garance Vallée. And next we're moving on to François Marcello. He is a wonderful artist who does not censor his inspirations. He's really fueled by materials. His inspiration has been more of shadows and different materials and the way he can manipulate the different materials. And you can see how he actually will work a lot with black. And his vision has, I guess you could say it's been sort of scattered, but in a beautiful artistic way, because he usually will work with like a single pattern. And then it could be a sort of a monochromatic pattern, but then he'll work away from that and he'll change it with different brush strokes, etc. And I think you're seeing reflections of the ring light that I use here. So I'm trying to angle this a little bit better, but you can see the wonderful metallic paints that he uses in some of these. And then you're also going to see some wonderful, just neutral palette. So this is wonderful here. Look at these colors. It's just really glorious. And then, like I said, you have this beautiful neutral palette here, but you have the lovely sort of a sheen on this. Well, it is. It has a sheen on part of it, and then it has a matte finish on another. But he plays with paper, and so you have this wonderful texturization with the play on paper and then the play on paint. And so you've got the matte, the sheen, and it's just a wonderful mix of medium. And then you have a little bit more of this gorgeous color here. It's very, very rich. Again, it has a little bit more of that sort of organic color palette, but it's extremely rich and beautiful. And then again, you see this beautiful sort of sheen here and this more of an olive color with this matte and the cinnamon. And in the matte and the cinnamon, you can see how the paper, literally the paper, has been treated, and it's really beautiful. And then here we have this wonderful play on horizontal stripes, where he uses his paint, and sometimes he will create using just one color, and he plays with that one color. And here you see sort of a ground. I'm going to show you the install shot on this first, which is really wonderful. You almost have this look of a stripe, obviously, in that, and also looks like a birch. It's quite gorgeous. And then you're going to see the ground color change. So in this one here, you have a little bit more of that horizontal with a little bit more cinnamon color. Really beautiful and really gorgeous. And then this is the black, and you're going to see this a little bit more up close. And I'd like to show you the scale, so you can see here the scale. And hopefully you can see that well. It's quite gorgeous. And then we have it in the black. He has a very much of a free spirit with his designs. He loves the decorative arts, and he was also inspired by William Morris, which seems odd because this doesn't seem like that kind of look at all. But he still likes to kind of break down the details of those designs. And also an artist whose name is Soulage. He's a French artist who was really inspired by the color black, and he used black in his patterns. I'm sorry, I hope you were able to see those colors as I turned the papers. And you can see here, you can see more of an organic design in this one, which looks like a rock formation. And it's just beautiful with the shadows and the color, and it just adds this warmth. And that's what Élitis wanted to do. They wanted to bring warmth into the home and really do that with wall covering and treat it as a form of art. So you didn't have to go out and go to a museum and see art. You could obviously have it in your home in a different form than a piece of art over your sofa or over your mantle or in your foyer or something. It's just everywhere, and then it's just really gorgeous. And this is this beautiful terracotta color, and then we have this beautiful green. And then again, this black, which is so stunning. And you can see almost these like little lines here, like veins running through. It's really beautiful. He just loves the rawness of a material, and he tries to recreate that, and he does it so nicely. So forgive me, I hope you can see these well. It's a little hard to hold this up. I don't really have a prop for it, so I'm doing the best I can. This is gorgeous. This is called Geometry Nocturne, or block. It's a geometry. It's really beautiful. I love this. I love how you have these pops of color, and yet you have the horizontal and the vertical movement in that, and it's really, really lovely. And here's a shot up close. You can see this. It's really fun, but yet it's very sophisticated. It has a playful quality, but it's very, like I said, sophisticated, and it's interesting, and that's what is so nice about having some place where you'd like to have an interesting wall, not just, you know, a solid grass cloth or something like that. And it's just really, really fun. You could certainly do these in children's rooms, but you can do them in dining rooms, you can do them in living rooms and foyers. And as you all know, the rooms where you can do them. This is, again, gorgeous. And you can see this pattern here as well. And then a new colorway in that brown and kind of gold. And then we go just to this amazing neutral, which I'm going to hold up over here. It's really going to be hard to see this well, I think, because it's so light. But it plays on sort of an eggshell color and some soft blush tones. And again, you're going to see the hand is incredible. There is a painterly line in this, as well as just different shades of neutrals, of very, very soft neutrals. This would be beautiful even in nursery. It's just lovely. And then we have the really dramatic charcoal grays, silvers, black. It's just really fabulous. And then look at the colors here. You have the coolness of the blues, the warmth of the terracottas and the lavender. It's again, really fun and beautiful. It's actually could be an incredible class on geometry. So for all of you designers who are working with stay-at-home parents because of the pandemic, this would actually be really interesting to have. You can talk about rhombuses and triangles and all of those wonderful shapes that we learn in geometry class. This is called Une Nuit, and this is lovely as well. This is quite elegant. I hope you can see this well. It's really beautiful. It's so painterly. It looks almost like it's been hand painted. It's just incredible. And here you can see it as a close-up. So Mascarello is quite an artist, like I said, and he has become like sort of the talk of the town in Paris, as has the first woman we spoke about, the first artist, Garance Vallée. And you can see that, like I said, the brush strokes in this, and it's just beautiful. It's beautifully, beautifully done. And then this is the one I just showed you before was more of a midnight blue, and this is a gorgeous charcoal or black. And it does have the delineation between the shapes with just almost like a little copper color in this one. And I hope you can see this well. I'm going to try to edit this afterwards so you can, maybe it can be cropped a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. And here's this lovely ivory. And again, a dark, dark black. And then this is Jeu d'Âme. Oops, so we've got that shadow there. Incredible. Again, beautiful geometry. And then this is just an incredible, this is an amazing pattern here. And then we have the silvers. And then this is Earth Vert. I'm reading the names sideways, so forgive me for if I'm not pronouncing them well. Amazing. And then this is the close-up. And I'd like to show you the install shot there. It's quite amazing. So that ends the presentation, but again, like I always do, I'd like to say goodbye. And thank you for joining me. Get down a little bit lower. Thank you for joining me. And I will be back soon, and it will be the new year. And this will probably be shown in 2021. And let's look forward to a really, really successful 2021 with health and happiness. And we all from Studio 534 wish you a happy, happy new year. And let's get this done, and I can be back on the road again and see all you, my favorite people. Mwah. Thank you.